My name is Dr. Brian Mwila. I am an obstetrician and gynecologist based at Maina Soko Medical Center in Zambia. So the challenges regarding fertility in our country are quite many, ranging from a lack of knowledge on the part of our clients, and that is in terms of what the problem is, but much more importantly, where to seek help from. Then where help is available, in some cases it's costly, and in the case where IVF is required, it's very expensive, and I think that's a major obstacle for our patients in our country. So we have one fertility center run by, that is privately owned. It has two branches, one in the capital, and I'm informed that one has been recently opened on the Copper Belt, where we, apart from the one that owns that privately owned IVF center, we don't have our own, although steps have been made through Merck Foundation to train a number of IVF practitioners. So for the moment, I'm aware that at least 8 have passed through the Merck Foundation IVF program and have trained as such. We don't have a formal fertility training such as the one that we've gone through. Most of us would encounter a little bit of fertility training during our either undergraduate training, and that is a little exemplified during the time that we are doing postgraduate training. Otherwise, in the context of fertility training like what we've done here, there's none. Well, actually for me, this is like a blessing. The gap between what I know now and what I knew then is so huge, so difficult really to quantify. So it's quite pleasing that I've been filled with this level of knowledge that will help me in my care of patients, because now I can properly evaluate couples with infertility. I can prescribe the appropriate treatment so that the patients are able to benefit from the knowledge that we've acquired. At country level, naturally, most of our couples that have been hit by this problem of infertility have been lacking solutions, and so it's quite pleasing when you find that you are available now to render a service to your country men and women. So the Merck Fertility and Embryology Training Program is very, very important for me at personal level, because it has bridged the gap in terms of what I was lacking in the context of reproductive medicine. It has empowered me with a vast knowledge that now I can use to apply in the correct diagnosis of conditions relating to infertility that affect our people, prescribed appropriate treatment, and in that context, it is hoped that the burden of infertility should be reduced countrywide. For my patients, that now I have this knowledge, it means that we will dedicate ourselves to ensuring that we get the right diagnosis, prescribe the right medication, or indeed investigate them appropriately so that within the shortest possible time we're able to achieve conception as desired by the couple, the reason for which they would have come to seek help from us. The burden of infertility, like I did mention, is one that is quite common, but it's a lot more overt among those couples that have not had any child at all. Those that have had a child and subsequently are unable to conceive are less stigmatized than those that have never had a child before. So the problems range from stigma to just social disharmony, where especially the female partner gets victimized, in some cases gets divorced for failure to conceive, because on the part of the male partners, the assumption for the most part is that the woman is the one that has got a problem. So indeed the problem is big, with a lot of social problems and it requires attention. My expectations of the program did not go beyond the fact that I would be taught the medication that is involved in the treatment of couples with infertility. But to my surprise, I have come to learn that the subject is quite broad, and we've been empowered with knowledge ranging from the diagnostic use of equipment like ultrasound scans to interventions that meant that we were able to prescribe appropriate medication, and also to provide surgical interventions such as minimally invasive techniques, laparoscopy in this case, hysteroscopy, and so on. So my expectations have been met far beyond what I had expected. So the intention is that I need to empower or to train along with me the nursing staff, colleagues in radiology, in the lab, so that we have a common understanding of what needs to be done as far as the investigation and the treatment of an infertile couple is concerned. Because you will agree with me that it is not possible for me to manage these patients alone. They are managed as a team, and so I have my role to play, but there are roles to be played by those others that complement a team. And so nursing care, in this case, would have to be mentored on the correct way to administer medications, for example, the timings, and so on. And likewise, the colleagues in radiology would have to be made to appreciate what it is that we look for when we send clients for investigations. I would say without hesitation that this is a wonderful program that they must strive to get onto. If there's any opportunity really to pursue reproductive or endocrinology, they must not hesitate. It is a very, very beautiful program that opens your mind to really understand how the body functions in as far as reproduction is concerned, and it will make the students better able to appreciate the challenges in terms of the physiology. Why is it this couple is not conceiving? At what level could this problem be? With this program, they will have this knowledge, and they'll be able to execute their duties with a lot of professionalism and with good results. So my plans are that I need to, first of all, set up a fertility clinic in which these fertility issues will be handled. So we need to raise awareness so that those of our colleagues that were lacking knowledge or didn't know where to go need to know now that there's help available. And that from there now, we begin to routinely diagnose and treat patients with infertility, scaling up to perhaps surgical interventions, and in the long run, possibly open up an IVF center with the help of colleagues from this place. So I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to Merck Foundation and Merck Foundation More Than a Mother for facilitating my training here at this institute. I'm very, very grateful that I was provided this wonderful opportunity to gain the knowledge that I've been given by Indira Infertility Academy Training Institute.